All right, thank you so much for joining us here. As we said, today is our Working for Kids giveathon, and right now we are so excited to have Cassie Scott, who is the Senior Director of Philanthropy here for Rady Children's Hospital in our studio. And Cassie, again, want to thank you so much for being here. Today is obviously such a big day. So first off, I guess let's hit it. Like, how are things going out there? I mean, the San Diego community, we know that they are so charitable. So how are we looking right now?
So first of all, thank you for having me. This is a really exciting day for us at Rady Children's to be in our third annual, event here at CVS Working for Kids. It's going great. I got here not too long ago, but my first stop was the studio, and everybody is so excited. People are calling. We're getting the bones up on the walls, and it's anything from monthly donors. We've had a lot of big donations, 2,500.
Wow.
Which is just incredible because it's a testament to our community rallying around this program. Because it's so important, and we're just so grateful to be here.
Yeah, and again, I want to let everybody know that it is so easy to donate. In fact, if you are watching right now, you can donate. You can go ahead and text DOG to 34984. That is going to be one of the easiest ways to donate. You can also go to cbs8.com/dog to donate, and we'll also put up that number at some point here throughout this interview, and really throughout the show. You're going to see 1-800-258-0007. If you hear me ask a question, there's a good chance I'm going to throw out one of those numbers, Cassie, so I apologize. But really, we want people to know that we want people to go ahead and give. So tell me about this program, because this is something that we've been raising money now for, again, this is our third year doing this. Why is it so important like this to get these working dogs into Rady Children's Hospital and some of the satellite facilities? And what is it that we're raising money for?
I am so glad you asked that. I get really excited to talk about this program in particular because at Rady Children's, we really care for the whole child and the family. It's not, just the medical practice. We are experts at what we do, and that is for the whole child. So the dogs, this money that we're raising for the resident canine therapy, this is really, if you think about like psychosocial services and more than just that expert level of medical care, that's what this program is all about. So these dogs, these resident dogs, this program that we're raising money for, and their handlers, equally as important. These are trained child life specialists that will be the dog handlers. They are a team. They are part of the care team at Rady Children's, and they can come in and, relieve anxiety, help with coping skills, have the kiddos be confident in their treatment plan and their therapies, because sometimes, as much as a human saying the words and asking you to do the thing, there's so much research to show that animal interventions are more positive and lead to better outcomes. So, over here, we're doing the medical thing, we're the best at what we do, and then this is really just such another step in caring for that whole child, and it's so important to have that at a children's hospital.
Now, we haven't had to take our daughter to Rady Children's Hospital, but I do know that for a lot of families, it is a great place, but it's the last place that you want to be sometimes for certain circumstances, certain emergencies. And you guys have excellent doctors. You guys have excellent nurses and staff. But as you said, sometimes even the best nurse, bedside manners, everything like that, children, and even I would even venture to say adults could benefit from this at an adult hospital. But there is something about that connection with these dogs. We even saw some of the dogs that were there today during the giveathon. Obviously, some of the personal dogs of some of the staff members and volunteers. But nonetheless, I'm sure that raised the spirits in there for all of the volunteers, just naturally.
Absolutely. And that's a really great point to, clarify. At Rady Children's, we have an excellent volunteer canine program. We've had it for many years. We have over 30 dogs in our volunteer program, and they are absolutely important. They bring comfort and joy. They bring a level of therapeutic care to those kiddos. I'll give you an example. Santa Claus comes to the hospital. It's a really fun day, as you can imagine. And Santa goes and visits bedside, right? Yeah. So room to room, and visits the kiddos that want to see Santa. And we bring a volunteer dog with us. So usually it's dressed up in some sort of, festive outfit, an elf outfit. And honestly, a lot of those kids are more excited to see that dog than they are Santa. Yeah. And that volunteer dog jumps up in the bed and gets all cozy. And, a lot of times the volunteer dogs know the kids. So it's really exciting to see them go straight to a room where they've, seen that patient before. And again, comfort, joy, those are short visits.
Yeah.
They are meant to do just that, bring comfort and joy. The resident canine therapy program is a little bit different just in the sense that those dogs and their handlers are expertly trained. So the canine therapy dogs, they can put on an oxygen mask, they can put on a blood pressure cuff. They could literally lay on an MRI bed before a patient had to do an MRI, just to show the patient it's not scary, and that level of confidence that it instills is so important. So both programs, extremely important. I just want to, this program is a little bit different, and that's why we're so excited to start it, because it will be exponentially helpful in the level of care we provide these kids.
Yeah, you talk about the difference, and just to kind of underscore what you said there, it is finding the handler can be just as important, because when we talk about where does this money go, what's the donation for, not only are we looking for dogs, but we're looking for people to take care of the dogs. There is on-duty work, and of course there is off-duty work. Similar situation when you think about a canine unit or something like that sort. So when that's something that you guys are doing, what are you taking into consideration? What is that process looking like?
That is a great question, and I'm really glad you asked, because it's not as simple, like you said, as finding a dog. As a matter of fact, we don't find the dog. Canine Companions, our partner in this, is so great at breeding and training the dogs from the get, right? So we have this wonderful partner that kind of takes ownership of finding the right dog, training the right dog from the beginning. And then our responsibility, in addition to, having the match, is this child life specialist that I mentioned, who is their handler. And as you said, it's not just on duty, it's off duty as well. They live at their handler's home. So it is a 24/7 responsibility for these folks. And the crazy thing is, it's not just, here's a dog with a great temperament that would be good in a hospital. Here's a great handler who knows what they're doing. Okay, match. No, it is absolutely about the personality and the temperament of both the handler and the dog, and making sure they're a good match. Additionally, at Rady Children's, these handlers have to be employed for 6 months so that they know the hospital, they know best practices, they're comfortable in the setting, and then they get the added responsibility of having this wonderful teammate, the resident dog. So again, Canine Companions does a great job training the dog, and then Rady Children's does a great job training the handler. And then we're really intentional about the match, which is important.
Now, this is obviously a very exciting time for Rady Children's Hospital because of the fact that we have this, the giveathon that is going on right now. We're proud to partner with this, but there's also a lot of development. You guys have sort of expanded the reach here. We know we've got the Children's Hospital of Orange County, that merger, obviously having gone through there in January of just last year. So what's that been like? And will this program sort of extend up there? Is it something that's in the works? How does that all work out?
Absolutely. It is a very exciting time at Rady Children's. For anyone who doesn't know, Rady Children's and Children's of Orange County, CHOC, did merge in January, as you mentioned. And, the programs are, they do stay, the leadership and the skill set, right, do stay separate for their own regions. That's important. But we've come together as an enterprise to really be able to take the best care possible of the children in the Southern California region and beyond. So I'll just give you some context, right? There are 2.6 million children in our network that we are now responsible for between Orange County and San Diego. 2.6 million. We will have we will take care of 417,000 children annually. Wow. So it is a huge responsibility. And to your point about us growing, we're not only growing in terms of the merger, but here in San Diego, we are in the midst of building a 7-story tower that will really include our intensive care units, our pediatric intensive care unit, our NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, and our urgent care and emergency cares. So we are expanding here because we really, we have to be the best. And here in San Diego, we are the only level 1 trauma. We're the only level 4 NICU. These are the highest accolades of these things. So we really do care for the most critically ill and injured children. So again, we really have to be the best. The merger is going great. We are currently in the, down and dirty, and let's get everybody integrated. Exactly. And it's going really well.
Okay. Good. And again, anecdotally, I mean, you guys know you national accolades and everything, but like I have friends who live on the East Coast who are like, oh yeah, you're in San Diego, like Rady Children's Hospital. Like it is known about all the good work that you guys do. Want to throw this one more time here up on the screen because the QR code that we have here, I'm going to give you a text number. I'm going to give you a phone number. but you can use your phone to go ahead and take a picture of the QR code and also donate that way. But if you prefer the old school method with the phone, call 1-800-258-0007. I believe we still have some volunteers, though the phone bank, if you don't get an answer, I do see at least one person there. It does look like we have one person there. We have several of our stuffed mascots there as well, too. But do not worry. We will get that donation. You can also text DOG to 34984. Cassie, before we let you go here, I know that we talked a lot about what the good the program will do, but I'll ask you to sort of, again, make that pitch, if you will, to the folks that are watching right now about why it is that this program is important, but then the sort of importance of also getting it started sooner rather than continuing to wait.
Absolutely. We at Rady Children's, we're a nonprofit. A lot of people actually don't know that. Yeah. A nonprofit means there is no surplus, if you will. We're not going for a profit. We're not, any revenue we have is really invested back into the community and to ensure that we are able to offer the best expert level of care. In the simplest terms, a program like this, you can't bill insurance for. Mm-hmm. So this is something that is so important for our kids, for our families, again, to be able to care for that whole child, to reduce anxiety, to instill confidence and comfort, and really help with the treatment process. Yeah. And it's just something that we are so grateful to have the community, these listeners, these viewers, the city of San Diego and beyond, really invest and see the value of it and know that we are being good stewards and putting programs like this together to really care for our children in the best way possible. And we couldn't do it. I mean, frankly, we couldn't do it without the support of people like this in Philanthropy, because it is a supplemental program. It's part of the patient experience program. And these are the things that make a children's hospital a children's hospital.
Are we able to say like how close are we? Do we have a goal to get to?
We do have a goal.
Okay,
the goal is 1 million.
Yeah.
1 million really, we believe, will not only launch the program. We have 2 of those resident handlers hired and ready to go as soon as they have a match.
Okay.
We want to implement a 3rd in the near future. And with $1 million, we'll be able to sustain this program and these 3 teams for the foreseeable future. And then truthfully, as we talked about growth earlier, as we grow, we do hope to grow this program as well. But I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I will tell you, when I walked in the door, exclusive. We were about $100,000 away.
Okay. Wow.
From our $1 million
close.
goal.
Yeah, we are so close. In fact, to whoever with the $2,500 donation, if you made it to News 8 while watching, I hope you're watching right now. Go ahead. Try to match that, right? Like, let's get the dollars going. But also, if you can only give $5, $10, $20, $1, all of it will help add up.
Every single dollar goes to this program and the direct costs associated. And again, we did not get here overnight, clearly. It has taken 3 years to build this. And we are just so, so grateful to CBS, to you guys for facilitating this, to the community who believes in this, because we know it will be instrumental in the way we're able to care for the kids.
That's awesome. Well, Cassie, thank you so much again for joining us and helping to get the word out there. I think it's so key that when people want to give, and when they hear how it is that they're going to impact lives with that dollar, I think it really does help. So thank you again so much for that.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, of course. And again, we are going to be putting out the numbers, the website as well too, all day today. You still have time to give.